Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Harry! Colors! Ready, cut! Present! Colors!
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good Wednesday morning, Cavaliers, and welcome to KCTV Live. I'm Sara Elisea.
And I'm Sage Martinez.
Today is Wednesday, April 23rd. In our national news, hundreds of skeletons were recently uncovered by archaeologists while they were excavating a British university's property. The discovery, a complete surprise. The skeletons, along with an ancient church, were found on the school's city campus property, which was acquired by the university in 2021. The University of Gloucestershire announced the discovery on April 11th press release. The city campus property, which formerly housed a department store, is expected to open this year. Archaeologists found a total of 317 skeletons and 83 brick burial vaults. In our local news, the Supreme Court showed support for the religious rights of parents in Maryland who want to remove their children from elementary school classes using storybooks with LGBTQ+ characters. The court seemed likely to find that the Montgomery County school system could not require elementary school children to sit through lessons involving the books if parents expressed religious objections to the material. MCPS introduced these storybooks in 2022 with such titles as Prince and Knight and Uncle Bobby's Wedding, as part of an effort to better reflect the district's diversity. Parents initially were allowed to opt their children out of the lessons for religious and other reasons, but the school board reversed this a year later. The only lesson that parents can still opt their children out is sex education. What are your thoughts?
Now here is your day in history. You may know this from your English classes through reading Shakespeare plays like Romeo and Juliet, so it is no surprise that today is William Shakespeare's birthday. He was born on this day in 1564, at least by historians' best reckoning. It is impossible to be certain the exact day on which he was born, but church records show that he was baptized on April 26th, and 3 days was a customary amount of time to wait before baptizing a newborn. Shakespeare's date of death is well known. It was April 23rd, 1616. He was 52. Also, in 1985, the Coca-Cola Company announced that it is changing the formula of its signature soft drink for the first time in 99 years. The short-lived sweeter New Coke, as it's called, debuted to consumers' backlash that became the biggest marketing blunder of the century. Coca-Cola, which had been the world's best-selling soft drink, had been facing increasing competition from rival Pepsi. The public flooded the company with up to 8,000 calls a day from dissatisfied customers and received some 40,000 complaint letters. The company went back to the original recipe after that. Before we go to Esther Janasia with sports, here is a PSA from the intermediate students.
Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest.
Hey there, Anthony. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Where you been?
Home.
Home, huh? Well, I heard it was your birthday today. Happy birthday, man. Do you want to go get some McDonald's after school? It's on me.
No.
Really? Okay. Well, I'll see you later, man.
Oh, hey, Anthony. I just want to let you know that Andrew committed suicide. You should probably go to his funeral.
many cases of suicide attempts, but we often ignore them. You can help prevent suicide attempts by being aware. Help is available. Call 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Good morning, Cavs. And after a long hiatus, welcome back to our sports segment, Kennedy Sports Broadcasting, where I, your host, Esther Janaja, cover all things Cavs sports. Let's start off with some Cav W's from this current spring season. The varsity boys tennis team racked up another W last night, leading them to an 8-1 record this season. Varsity boys baseball also caught a win last night against Northwood. Spring season senior nights are rapidly approaching, and we want you all to come out and support your spring athletes. Here are the dates to those events. Listen up, there's a lot of them. Girls lacrosse is tonight at 7 p.m. Boom. Girls tennis is tomorrow at 3:30. Boys lacrosse is this Friday at 7:15 p.m. Next Monday, boys tennis, baseball, and volleyball hold their senior nights. Tennis will be at 3:30, baseball will be at 3:45, and volleyball at 5:30 for co-ed and 7 for boys. Track will celebrate their seniors on April 30th at 3:30. And last but not least, varsity softball will hold their senior night on Monday, May 5th. Be sure to support your spring sports senior athletes. And one final reminder, the annual Kennedy Athletic Banquet will be held next month in May. Be sure to follow athletics_JFK for specific dates and times. I'm Esther Janaja, and this concludes Kennedy Sports Broadcasting. Now back to you, Sage.
Thank you, Esther. The 2025 SMOB election will take place today, Wednesday, April 23rd. Students should have received their voting credentials in their mcpsmd.net accounts. Voting will close promptly at 3:30 p.m. All students are eligible to vote. Voting will take place during English classes. SGA ballot judges will visit every English class to make sure students know how to vote. Every voice and choice counts. Come one, come all. The annual Spring Dance Shine Through Time tickets are $7. General admissions and can only be purchased online. No tickets will be available at the door from now on. Children 5 and under are free. You don't want to miss this electric collection of genres that span many decades, from Broadway musical theater to classic Chinese dance. There's surely a dance everyone will relate to. Before we move to weather with your favorite Kennedy weatherman, Oscar Salguero.
Thank you, Sage. Welcome to KCTV Live's weather segment. I'm your host, Oscar Salguero. Today and tomorrow are both beautiful days with highs of 78 and 80. Friday and Saturday, we will see something different, with Friday being mostly cloudy day and Saturday seeing early morning showers and the possibility of scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. So make sure you have an umbrella handy just in case. But Sunday and Monday are much better days, with Sunday having clear sunny skies with a high of 72 and a low of 47. Finally, Monday will be partly cloudy, having a high of 76 and a low of 56. Did you know that Friday you will see the moon smiling? That's right, this is a rare sight. If you look up shortly before dawn on April the 25th around 5:30 a.m., you will see Venus, Saturn, and the moon briefly align during a rare triple conjunction to resemble a smiley face. The trio will offer its grin for about an hour near the eastern horizon before the sun begins to rise. NASA Solar System Ambassador Brenda Culbertson, quote, "Anyone wanting to try for a glimpse of the conjunction should find a clear eastern horizon from which to observe. If you are up at 5:30, take a moment to step outside and let the moon smile good morning to you." Next school year, MCPS will be making some changes to grading policy. Leilani O'Neill and Amanda Santiago give a story as to why the change is happening. Then back to Sawyer.
High school is supposed to prepare you for college, whether it's through AP classes, talk with your counselor, or just general knowledge to help you through life. But today, we ask the question, how well does our school prepare kids for college?
MCPS schools provide students with many opportunities to prepare them for college and their future careers, with programs such as IB, AP, and academies.
If you're in a signature program here at Kennedy, they really set the groundwork and the foundation to prepare our students for the challenges that they will face when they transition into colleges.
I believe that those students who are proactive and who are interested in challenging themselves and advocating for themselves and going out of their way to seek out challenges will be very well prepared by Montgomery County.
I was at Sherwood, and our media thing was pretty solid, so that's probably the one thing that I was comfortable with, was working with a camera and all stuff like that.
But unfortunately, I can't say that that's the case for a lot of our more mainstream, more like normal, more like on-level students. We're seeing that kids are getting through without reading full books, that they're getting through without doing long assessments or difficult essays. Kids are essentially skating through and then getting to college without real preparation.
Regulations, such as the 50% rule, which prohibited teachers from giving students zeros on assignments, and the removal of finals in 2016 greatly affected many students. While the 50% rule is being phased out, it can create negative habits for students moving into college.
I would turn things in like a month later, and I was like, oh, this works. And then I tried to do the same thing like for my first project, and that did not work in college. My freshman year, I went to West Virginia University, and they had finals because it's a college, and I was not prepared whatsoever. That was probably the scariest week of my life, was like finals week.
Unlike their AP counterparts, honors or on-level students might not be as challenged educationally.
Schools are pushing kids along and using titles like honors as a vestige of quality or rigor, when in reality, that's not the case. Nowadays, it seems as though the default is honors.
No finals is kind of crazy, I think. Like, it's important to be able to take a final, because when you get to college, they hit you like a truck.
I think that we need to raise the standard for our on-level students rather than lowering the bar and making it easier to clear. Be more interested in, as you say, preparing kids for college than in passing them through to make our statistics look better at a state and national level.
In Silver Spring, Maryland, I'm Ilani O'Neill for KCTV.
Welcome back. The Rainbow Alliance will meet this Friday during lunch in room 2003. Please come and enjoy snacks and activities in a cozy space. You are welcome to invite a friend. Attention all Algebra 1 students! You are expected to attend the Algebra 1 MCAP after-school study sessions every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30 in rooms 2309 and 2311. These study sessions will serve to reinforce and strengthen your skills to better prepare you for the MCAP Algebra 1 assessment, which will be administered on Wednesday, May 7th. Passing with a score of 750 is a graduation requirement.
We are down to the final four in our poetry slam. Check out who is left by scanning this QR code or coming by the 2100 hallway bulletin board. Read their poems and vote. Next week we will vote on our finalists.
Attention seniors! This Thursday, April 24th, from 6 to 8 p.m. will be the Senior Kickback, where you will have great food, fun, and learn who earned those superlatives. This event will be held at the Oak Room above the Sandy Spring Fire Station in Sandy Spring, Maryland. Scan the QR code for more information and to pay for your ticket. Tickets are $21.
Tomorrow is Take Your Child to Work Day. It is a day where you can go see why your parents are so exhausted when they get home from work and learn about their careers. Seniors, this will be your last time that you will be able to do this, as next year you will be either in college, the military, or working.
Finally, today's special holiday is Slay a Dragon Day, so look out, Toothless. This day celebrates St. George and his mighty victory over a fearsome dragon. The legend follows that the dragon terrorized a local village, extorting the village and demanding tribute. The consequences for not delivering were complete annihilation. When villagers failed to supply the dragon with livestock and other valuables, the dragon would then demand a human sacrifice as tribute, which the villagers would supply. But not the other stuff, because that makes sense. St. George arrived after a beloved princess is chosen as the dragon's next tribute. After a mighty battle, St. George emerged the victor, and his courage has forever been enshrined in history. And with Shakespeare birthday, we can't leave without celebrating Talk Like Shakespeare Day. This day gives us the chance to speak like one of the most influential playwrights of all time, William Shakespeare. We can speak like the Bard of Avon, as he was also known as, by replacing basic words like you and they for ye and thee or thou. This fun day was created by the Chicago Shakespeare Theater and officiated by Mayor Rahm Emanuel in 2009 and has been celebrated ever since.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Cavs. Stay tuned for another episode of KCTV Live tomorrow. And remember this, if you didn't hear on KCTV, you didn't hear it.
Have a great day, Cavaliers!